Welcome to 7 Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
Today I'm filming a quick video to share my 2022 hot pepper grow list. My growing season officially commenced on February the 7th when I planted my seeds. That was 10 days ago, and they're sprouting nicely. As of today, I have germination in 162 of 216 cells. Since I plant multiple seeds in each cell, I think I'm going to have plenty of seedlings to grow myself, plus also enough to supply our annual neighborhood plant sale. I've had to temporarily replace the guitar rack with a growing table because I like the germination happening where I can keep a close eye on it. Like last year, this year's grow list includes many varieties shared with me by awesomely generous friends of the channel. I have limited space for growing, so if I didn't plant the seeds you sent, I will hang on to them to plant in the future. In past years, I've made videos where I've detailed my seed planting process. I didn't change my methods at all this year, so I'll provide links in the description to those episodes. I plant the seeds directly in organic potting soil and cover the trays with clear humidity domes. I keep everything nice and moist to encourage germination. I'm not claiming my method is foolproof or that it's the best way to start seeds, but it's what works well for me, especially since I plant so many. Every year, I really look forward to monitoring the germination process. Twice a day, I've been removing the domes, adding water to the trays as necessary, and keeping the soil surface moist with a spray bottle. The first seedling sprouted after about 3 days, and that's when I opened the vents on the domes. I used these charts to identify which varieties are planted in each cell, and I mark each cell after I see germination. We have 2 adorable but very naughty kittens that are quite curious and rambunctious, so I've been lashing the trays to the table with bungee cords. But now that most of the seeds have germinated, I'll be leaving the domes off the trays for longer periods each day before removing them for good sometime next week. The cats haven't been paying any attention to the trays lately, so fingers crossed they'll leave them alone. With so many seeds from different sources, and some seeds that are several years old, I'm not expecting 100% germination. I own the 50-cell seed starting deck for my older model AeroGarden Bounty. I've used it in the past for seed sprouting with good results. Since seeds sprout and grow more quickly than in soil, I plan to use the AeroGarden to replant the varieties that don't sprout within a couple of weeks. Some viewers have asked why I don't germinate all my seeds in the AeroGarden, like my good friend Peter Stanley does. Seeds do germinate and grow more quickly in the hydroponic environment, but I'd need a whole fleet of AeroGardens to plant as many as I do each year, so I stick with soil for most of my seed sowing. Here's my list of varieties sorted alphabetically. As usual, I'm growing quite a few 7 pots, 3 types of ahi charapita, quite a few ornamentals to dress things up, many wild varieties, and of course, a lot of super hots. Many classics, plus a number of visually interesting crosses. I'll provide a link to where you can view this entire list if you'd like. At least half of these are varieties I've never grown before. Some of these will have to be removed from the list if they don't germinate after the Second Chance AeroGarden replant next week. I don't excel at using spreadsheets, and I'm especially bad at pie charts. But I did create a couple of simple charts to illustrate the distribution of species and seed sources. This chart shows seeds by species. I rounded all percentages to hold numbers. As you can see, Chinense dominates at 67% of what I'm growing. This includes super hots, habaneros, and a lot of South American varieties. Next up is Annam at 14%. These are mainly ornamentals and milder peppers like jalapeno. A new species, to me, is Capsicum rhombodium. It's a distant and primitive wild relative of hot peppers. The tiny pods have no heat, but it's so ancient that it's almost like a living fossil. The name comes from the shape of the leaves. Overall, there are 8 species represented on this list, plus a few cross-species hybrids just for fun. My favorite is Hawaiian crossed with Ghost. The other chart shows seeds by source. 44%, or nearly half, come from Semillas La Palma, my trusted source for the last 15 years. I received nice selections of seeds from Matt's Peppers, Exotic Hot Peppers, Barry Gill, and Ron Skotnicki. I don't grow many of my own seeds, except for ricotas that don't easily cross-pollinate. Now, I am trying to grow an accidental cross from last season that I called Rob's Folly, but no seeds have sprouted so far. Then I have 1s and 2s from other sources. I'll be sure to credit them all when I show off their plants and pods in this year's Pepper Path videos. Some of you are probably thinking about how you're going to feed your plants this season, so please allow me to take a brief moment to put in a good word about Fishner Fish Manure Organic Humus Compost Fertilizer. It's organic, natural, non-chemical plant nutrition. This is my 4th year using Fishner to help me grow healthy, productive plants. Fishner is produced by composting fish manure with a carbon source and a special clay. It has no offensive odor and is suitable for use both indoors and out. It contains active microlife for sustainable, productive, and natural fertilization. And there's no harmful chemical runoff to pollute the nearby lakes Minneapolis is famous for. I highly recommend Fishner. I've provided links to purchase in the video description. In a couple of weeks, these seedlings will be ready to transplant into individual pots, and I'll try to provide fairly regular updates. The basement is a real mess, and I've got a lot of work to do to get it ready for growing. There's a cool new light design coming from Viper Spectra next month that I'm anxious to review, and some new music too. If you want to see and hear how I improved the acoustics here in my recording studio / office / plant nursery, and I hope you do, check out my recent video on my companion channel, 7-Pot Clubhouse. It's hard to launch a new channel, so if you have any interest at all in learning more about how I make music, please watch and subscribe. Link in description. I am pleased as punch to offer congratulations to hot sauce power couple DJ and Anastasia from Lost Capital Foods. Their new baby girl arrived just this morning, and mother and child are both doing great. Babies are expensive, so this would be a good time to head over to lostcapitalfoods.com and order up your favorites from their amazingly tasty lineup of sauces and condiments, including our collaboration sauce, Calculated Risk. If you enjoy our content and would like to see more, you can help us grow by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and tapping the bell to be notified when we post new episodes. Check out all our merch at 7pot.club/merch. If you'd like a free 7-Pot Club membership card and stickers, get the details at 7pot.club/card. And for even more 7-Pot Club, follow our daily exploits on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For 7-Pot Club, I'm Rob.